Sophia was a single mother, a woman who had learned to survive in a world that never made things easy for her. Life had tested her in ways she never imagined, but through every struggle, every sleepless night, and every tear she wiped away in silence, she had one reason to keep going: her 5-year-old son, Liam. She worked multiple jobs, often skipping meals just to save enough for his treatment. She had no luxuries, no support system, and no safety net. But what she did have was unwavering determination and a heart full of love for her child. Now, as she sat nervously on the plane, completely unaware that she had mistakenly taken a first-class seat, she had no idea that this journey would change her life forever. Hi everyone, welcome to Kindness Talks. Today I'm excited to share a new story with you. Sophia clutched the handle of her worn-out bag, her fingers damp with sweat. This was her first flight, and her heart pounded so loudly that she feared others might hear it. Everything felt unfamiliar: the overwhelming crowd at the airport, the struggle with the boarding pass, the security checks, and the passengers who seemed so at ease, as if flying was just another routine for them. For Sophia, this journey wasn't a luxury, it was a necessity. Her 5-year-old son, Liam, had been born with hearing impairment. Doctors had warned that without immediate medical intervention, he might lose his ability to hear completely. She had worked multiple jobs, sacrificed her own needs, and saved every penny just to afford this trip to Boston, where a specialist could help him. Overwhelmed by exhaustion and nerves, she boarded the plane. In her confusion, she sank into a spacious, luxurious seat, sighing in relief without realizing she had entered a world where she didn't belong, first class. But her brief moment of comfort was short-lived. An encounter that changed everything. "Ma'am, I'm sorry, but I believe you're in the wrong seat." Sophia's head snapped up. A flight attendant stood before her, her expression firm but polite. Embarrassment flooded Sophia's face as she fumbled for her ticket, her hands shaking. I'm sorry. I must have made a mistake. I'll move right away." As she attempted to rise, a deep yet gentle voice interrupted her. "She's fine where she is." Startled, Sophia turned to see the man seated beside her. He was young, well-dressed, and exuded quiet confidence. His eyes, though sharp, held warmth. The flight attendant hesitated. Whoever this man was, he carried an air of authority. "But, sir, her ticket." "I insist," he said with a small smile. "She stays." The flight attendant pursed her lips but nodded, walking away. Sophia, still in shock, whispered, "But I can't afford this seat." "You're not paying for it," the man said simply. "I invited you to stay. That's all." He leaned back in his chair. "I'm Ethan, by the way." As the plane took off, Sophia gazed out the window, watching the world shrink beneath her. Ethan noticed the exhaustion etched on her face, the way she clutched her bag like it carried more than just belongings, perhaps the weight of her struggles. He didn't pry, but when the meal arrived and she instinctively pushed it away, he spoke gently. "You should eat. It's a long flight." She hesitated before nodding and taking a small bite. After a while, Ethan asked, "So, where are you headed?" Sophia hesitated. "Boston," she finally said. "My son, he has trouble hearing. I've been saving up for years to take him to a specialist." Ethan's expression changed, something unreadable passing through his eyes. "That must have been incredibly tough," he said softly. She nodded, swallowing the lump in her throat. "It is. But he's my world. I'd do anything for him." Ethan fell silent for a moment. Then, as if making a decision, he reached into his pocket and pulled out a sleek leather wallet. "I know someone. One of the best specialists in the country," he said, handing her a card. "Let me help." Sophia's eyes widened in shock. I can't accept charity." "It's not charity," Ethan replied, his voice calm. "It's kindness. And kindness should never stop, it should be passed on. Tears welled in her eyes. She had spent years fighting, struggling, barely surviving. And yet, in this moment, a stranger was offering her something beyond what she could have ever imagined, a chance. When the plane landed in Boston, Ethan's arrangements were already in place. A car was waiting for her at the airport. The next morning, Sophia found herself at a prestigious medical center, a place she never dreamed she'd step foot in. The specialist examined Liam thoroughly and delivered the news: his hearing loss was reversible with treatment. And the best part? Ethan had already covered all the expenses. Sophia's eyes filled with tears as she turned to Ethan, who stood outside the clinic, waiting. "I don't know how to thank you," she whispered, her voice breaking. "You've changed our lives." Ethan smiled, his eyes reflecting warmth. "One day, when you get the chance to change someone else's life, do it. That will be thanks enough." Sophia looked up at the sky, then at her son's bright eyes. Maybe the world wasn't as cruel as she once believed. Maybe, just maybe, kindness was still alive.